logically, no.
Yeah.
It's I'm finna put somebody in the ground today. Like,
Yeah.
There's no
The crash out.
Many reasons, you know what I'm saying?
Don't like and subscribe. Welcome back, YouTube, with Many Reasons here with your host, Kaylin. Cam here.
Sean here.
And we have some special guests for y'all, but we're going to let you introduce themselves one by one.
What's up, everybody? My name is Vic.
What's up? My name Mo.
And this month is still men's mental health. And so that's what we're tackling today from a husband's perspective. We're going to be talking from a single male perspective. We just got some lot of stuff going on for y'all today. So we're going to let our boy Sean take it from there.
Yo, how y'all doing today? So, my question to everybody here is how important do y'all think is controlling your emotions since we are dealing with men's mental health? And if your mental's not right, you are more likely to crash out and do things that you probably shouldn't do. So, how do y'all control your emotions, and how important do y'all think it is to be able to control your emotions? So, whoever wants to jump in, more than welcome to.
All right. Well, since I'll start it off, I think it's really important to control your emotions because, i.e., crashing out, doing things that you'll regret later on, and things of that nature. The way I do it is, most times I can be a little sporadic, y'all, when I'm joking around, playing with them and stuff like that. But I think it's when you're being tested, your mental's being tested, someone's trying you, things are getting difficult, backs against the wall, stuff like that, and so much is clamoring on you. The way I do it, I really compartmentalize. That's what I do. I'll think about being smarter than the situation I'm in. Right. So I'll begin to compartmentalize. Emotions go over there. We need some logic over here. So then you'll think, okay, I'm in this situation. So if I think to do this, to do this, to do that, I can find my way out. There ain't no point in getting angry about it or whatever, because most times or not, you probably put yourself into a situation. So if you let the emotions make you crash out and do some crazy stuff, the only downfall is you. Yeah. So men, it's really important to have to compartmentalize and remove it and be like, dang, now I can look at the situation objectively, yes. And then you can decide and go, you can. Dang, I'm trying to think about the words.
I got we got where you're coming from. I'll start.
Move accordingly. Thank you.
It's not dog. Because you already know we had this talk before 2 years back. How I said an overly emotional man is very dangerous because he's very sporadic. Like especially like between men to men, we already got a low level threat of violence. Like the minute you say something sideways, it's up. You already know that. But for us, like if we're too overly emotional, like we tend to just be angry. We tend to just go to anger very, very fast.
Sounds like lashing out in different forms.
It's not necessarily just anger, it's rage.
Oh no, yeah, well,
it's illogical anger.
Because
you got rage.
Sounds more like lashing out to me.
No, but that's what it is.
No, absolutely. I'm not going against you. No.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying I have gotten to the point where all logic has escaped me.
Yes.
Now I am enraged because I've been angry for said amount of time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how long. But now I have rage. No more logic to make sense. I'm finna do whatever I'm finna do. Bump all ramifications. Somebody finna get this.
Do you not think that most men just go straight to that though? Like,
it depends on the situation though.
Yeah. Okay. Elaborate.
So, depending on the sensitivity of the situation, depending on the mindset and the emotional state that person is in. So when that situation happens, I've been there. I'm pretty sure y'all been there in the situation, but logically, no. Yeah. It's I'm finna put somebody in the ground today. Like, there's no ifs, ands,
the crash out is coming.
Kind of like what you were saying, to where when you're in a certain position as a husband, boyfriend, now you got your woman behind you, you got your kids behind you. Yeah. They're gonna suffer too. Yeah. But your mindset is, I'm protecting my name, protecting her name, protecting our name, and now I'm gonna go, as you say, crash out. Yeah. But realizing that they're gonna hurt way more when
on the back end.
Than I am. Like I told my wife, I'm more afraid of my wife than. So when you are in that emotional state to where you don't know how to control it, it's gonna mess up everything else.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it begins to spill over into other areas.
Yeah,
of course.
because like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll say I've been in a situation where I was over emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, relationship wise,
Yes.
it affected me like to the point where I was like, just lashing out for no reason. Affecting up to a relationship, like messing up my job, like all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to come to a realization to like just, all right, me being this emotional is not good for myself. It's not good for others. And I had to figure out a way to control it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still there.
Yeah.
But it's like I have to control it to a way where I can just express myself. Myself sometimes. 'Cause, you know, you don't want to be over emotional over your woman and stuff like that. Because sometimes she might be like, "What's wrong? What's going on?" Crashing out too much. You know. And sometimes you just don't want to talk about your feelings.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yes.
Like sometimes you just want to just relax. So I've been in that situation where just crashing out. So I'll say this.
But see,
Like-
I'm glad though, even though you lashed out, or you've lashed out, or I have, or this one or that one, we've never gone to the point of no return where we couldn't be able to sit down now today and talk about it. Like, you've been there. Don't go past. Thank you. Because once you go past that, then there's no return. These decisions that if life is the sum of the choices you make, then most times than not, y'all, whatever happens is more or less than not your fault because of the choices that you made prior. You see, and if you lashing out and you're taking out and you're being that guy, and then you can't blame no one else at the end. Sean actually has a story that he told me and Kaylin the other day. A little bit of vagueness though in there.
Yeah. But no,
whenever he wants to tell it.
But no, I got a question. No, we ain't supposed to know business. That's crazy. But I would say, how would you channel that? How did y'all channel when y'all was in that bit of rage or you was ready just to crash out? How did you channel
That's a
it?
good question. That's a very good question.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
Yes.
It's not, I'm learning and it never bothered me again.
Yeah.
You're going to get triggered.
Absolutely.
You're going to get triggered when you least expect it in the most unsuspected way. You're going to get triggered.
Yeah.
So, for me, and I know we talked when we was on the trip, I had to pray more. I really had to pray more, and I had to understand what God was telling me and showing me. He was showing me you need to control your emotions. That's one thing he was telling me, and that's character development.
Yes.
I was like, no, I'm a pretty good guy. I don't need no character development. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
That's that pride, that's that ego and stuff in you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to build, we got all generations in us. So, if you mess up to the point of no return, that's going to mess up everybody else.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes,
So,
it is.
so when it comes down to that, I just had to learn, had to get in the word, and just realizing I was like, man, I ain't getting this. I'm too pissed off. Like I'm ready to go do something.
Absolutely.
about it. And then just hearing God say, I'm gonna handle it. I'm like, look, you need to handle this dude now because he got.
I need it then. I need it now.
I need to see what you gonna do.
Vindication
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, I need that right now, and that was a form of pride. So it's not just handling your emotions; it's handling your ego along with it. Because more than likely, when your emotions get in the way, someone done poked at your pride, poked at your ego, or in a situation to where you're in a relationship or marriage, and she may poke at your weakness, and you already know it's a weakness. Then you lash out. Then you're in that situation. So learning to realize, okay, I need to figure out the best ways to do it. So for me, I had to start listening to the Holy Spirit a whole lot more. That small whisper voice to say, don't say that, don't do this, don't do that. So once I start doing that, I'm like, okay, it's getting better. So, we was talking about rage. So when you're in that moment of rage, because like I said, my incident happened, Christmas Eve? Yeah, Christmas Eve to like last month, I was on 1,000. Like I was like, nigga, I had plans, legit plans to go hurt somebody.
I believe you.
But during that time, I just heard that whisper from God saying, I'm gonna take care of it. Don't worry about it, I'm gonna take care of it. But at the same time, it's like, this nigga talking on social media, this nigga doing this. I said, I ain't saying nothing bad, but I already know he's scared. Yeah. So my part is done in a sense, but it's not the vindication
that you would desire.
Really
Yes.
Yes. Because you done said something that you can never come back from.
Yes.
Right.
See,
Yes.
But my bad. Go.
No, you go.
No, so like I think picking back off of what you said earlier, Count, it's a compartmentalizing it.
Yes.
And like you said too, Vic, you let the Spirit talk to you and like put stuff in perspective. So I'm compartmentalizing, and I'm gonna let him highlight the things that are actually important. It might not take out any of the anger at that moment or the sting of it at that moment, but then I am able to look at it from an outward view, look at it for what it really is, and seeing, is this worth
the effort really going? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
you know, a lot of the times
go ahead. No.
You know, a lot of the times viewers, you know, me, any one of us on the panel, you know, when you're in that response and something's bothering you, picking at you, aching at you, you feel that fight or flight moment. A lot of the times, you know, it's at that moment where you really make that core true decision if you're going to act or not. You know, like for instance, I remember one time, me, Kaylin, we got into a discussion with my family. Y'all know how family can get on your nerves just a tad bit, push your buttons, things like that. And you can tell when people start getting combative in their talk, or they start, you know, getting louder or more boastful, or however on the internet talking, you know, like they're saying things that can bother you, poke at you, prod, and poke the beast within, and you know, you start feeling that flight response because people can't see it, but you know, everything starts getting elevated on the inside. Your chest starts getting a little tight, you know, and you see what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, you know, like I said, in the decision making right there, you know, you either choose to go forth or not. And you know, for instance, maybe a couple weeks back, I was in that same moment, and I remember we were having this conversation. Began to get a little heated, you know, but I didn't lose my cool, you know. I could feel it on the inside. I could feel the tightening in the building, but I never let the tone change. And Caleb pointed out to me, he said, you did a pretty good job. And I was like, you know, I appreciate it. Because my thing is, I learned something. Sometimes it's okay to just let things go, you know. When I was a young kid in high school, you know, first unlocking rage due to this guy, you know, when I explained to y'all on the last video, you know, I would just lash it out. I would just go. Anything that would annoy me to the point of no return, I would just have at it. But then it's like, when I started growing up, you know, there's a lot more dangers in the world, you know? Yeah. The low-level threat of violence, the thought of getting taken out, these young folks toting that pistol, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are crashing out more nowadays, and instead of me joining the crash, I'd rather just contain the beast and let them crash. You know, because like I was saying, you know, I was getting heated, but I let it go, and I didn't change, and I didn't fight back. And you know, I want to keep learn how to keep doing that more. I mean, not being docile in the sense, you still have to stand your ground to some of the threats in the world, absolutely. But some things is just not worth the effort of being poured into, and then especially bothering the mind, letting it invade your head, living in your head rent free is really not worth it. Sometimes.
Speaking on that, I think it's like for a man, especially like for a man to get overly emotional, I think it's just big two things. It's either pride or your integrity. And then it's like once you feel like that is being either challenged or it's being, what's the word?
Challenge is the right
word.
word.
You feel like you're being challenged. It's like I have no choice but to respond. Yes. And then you choose to respond how you respond. Because it's like, if I'm coming at you from a pride perspective, it's like, bro, like my chest big, just like yours, it is what it is.
We both men.
Yeah, or then
it's low level threat, right?
Or then when you attack my integrity, it's like, you attacking everything that's about me, how I developed through the years.
The image is important.
And I think that's one of the two biggest things that men, they feel like we have no choice but to defend. We have no choice. It's either our pride or our integrity. And you ain't about to take both.
I agree. Choose a fight. You can't have both of them.
Yeah, because like we've all been in our life. I'm pretty sure some of you men have too, to where someone has attacked you, but they attacked you in a way where it's psychological, not physical, and you sitting there like,
thinking about crashing.
Like you really said it was crazy. And you know what's the crazy part? When they say it, you start to believe it over a minute. You like.
When people live in your head rent free,
that's what's crazy.
That's when the true mental battle begins. That's when you're really tested. Because you going through, I didn't mean to cut you off. Going through daily life, through normal, you could be doing nothing and their thought or their image or whatever they said on the internet popped into your mind. And now it's there, rattling. And as it rattles, all it does is build up the anger and hatred in your chest. And now you want to go act upon it because they're living in your head rent free. I'm not saying that for him, you see, but people like to poke the bear. You know, and you can't let stuff live in your head rent free. You cannot do it.
And
because
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but at the same time, I know. I mean, I don't mean to put the Bible in it, but
no, go ahead.
Sometimes when you really think about what God has put in your life, you know, I saw, you know, clip your whole podcast about your purpose and how the enemy's gonna come in and try to take that purpose away from you. So he's gonna come in psychologically and try to make sure you don't see or don't get to where you need to get to. So you're gonna hear it constantly. So for me, going through what I was going through, how can I worship a God that did not save my kids at the time? So that's all I heard was the enemy voice. Then I hear this other nigga voice. And I'm like, okay, I can't
tell the truth.
I can't touch the enemy. I can put my hands on you.
There you go. Tell the truth.
My situation was when I confronted him, I heard God say, if you touch him, you come to him. Clear as day. Couldn't do it. Because I knew he had told me months before, he said, a decision you make can set you back 5 years. And getting to the point to where, okay, how can that happen? Your emotions. So you know a split decision can land you in jail. Split decision can put you in the grave. Split decision set you back 5-10 years. And as man, especially as single man, we can deal with the repercussions. I can sleep on the floor in my own apartment. But if I got a woman that, I don't need you sleep on the floor. If, you know, I lose a job in the sense that I'm single, okay, I can grind. It may take me a little bit more time. But if I got to provide food for my family, we gotta come back double time. Like, I need to get on. So when we do have those emotional stages, sometimes it's how our spouse or how the world looks at us that makes us make more decisions either bad or good.
I can agree.
So at the end of the day, it's what can I do to get to the point to where I can make the best decision possible? And it kind of is, for me, it was just obedience. To where when the Holy Spirit of God told me to do something, then I realized, okay, like I feel better. You prepared me to see this man again, because I saw him. And all I wanted to do, you know, my truck. I wanted to park that truck, hop out, go in the restaurant,
and go to work.
And the time before that, I know I'm getting to that. The enemy was going like, man, you need to kill that man. You need to do this, you need to do that.
Even with
then I could hear this guy say, don't say it out loud. And I kept thinking it, but I didn't want to say it out loud because I knew if I said it out loud, I was going to confirm it. Not even 5 minutes later, I saw him at the restaurant. So then it gets to the point to where your pride come up, or you say your integrity come up, to where you're like, this nigga really tried.
I knew it!
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It be the inside conversation that really gets stuff going. It do. I'm telling y'all.
And then it's like, okay, you spoke on my name, nigga, you don't even know me. You spoke on my wife's name, you spoke on the kid's name. Like, ain't no point. Like I was ready. Like, I had planned. 1 through 72, I told you. I had 72 plans to hurt this man.
I believe you.
Because during that moment, I couldn't listen to rap, couldn't listen to music. Rather it was trap, country, gospel, couldn't listen to none of it. So I'm just sitting there with my thoughts. And when you sit there, it go right or left.
That's it. That's it right there. That's it. Y'all listen.
When you're soaking in that, and you hear those negative thoughts
Tell the truth.
constantly
Tell the truth.
eating at you away, then when something physical attack you, rather it's your spouse, your girl, whoever it may be,
It's go
come
mode.
at you,
I can touch that.
they can touch
Mhm.
it, and so
Mhm.
then that's when you lash out,
Mhm.
or it could be at your job.
Mhm.
So it's not really the situation at hand, it's what I've been thinking for the past
Yeah.
couple of hours.
We touched on that a little. Yeah, we touched on that a little bit last video. That isolation, y'all.
Isolation is not good.
It will fester.
Yeah.
And when it festers, it's gonna become infection, and then
But then it's all about, okay, I call it marinate. So am
Yes,
I gonna
yes,
marinate
yes.
That's what
in
it
the
is.
negative,
Yes, yeah.
or am I gonna marinate towards the positive? The positive is gonna be, oh, is it gonna be all right? I don't see it being all right. I don't see no future. I don't.
Speaking of that, it's hard to cut you off. Let me ask y'all all a question. Whenever you were in that moment, girlfriend or wife, it didn't necessarily matter about you, but when he spoke on your significant other, that's when it got escalated, right? Because like the minute we talk about you, it's like, and you know, I can it is what it is. But the minute he bring up somebody that's close to you or that you're in love with, that's when it takes a whole nother leap.
it's go mode.
It's go. Okay.
Go mode.
Because you already know what you're weak at.
Yeah.
So now you're being exposed to your weakness.
Mhm.
And if you got a spouse or significant other or girlfriend, you don't want to see them in that moment.
No, but I'm saying it's like, but when he spoke on that, it was like it's like
It's like kicking him when he's down. Like,
Yeah.
Like I'm already tired. I'm
Yeah.
already distraught. I'm already at the end, and then you gonna kick me
then
too.
you gonna speak on. It's like
I got something for you.
Yeah.
I got something
I
for
got
you.
no point to.
You
I got
speak-
no point to address you now.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah, so it all depends on the person.
It does.
It
It
depends
does.
on the person, because I know we had talked about it when it comes down to your significant other or your wife or whoever it may be, that even though they may it may look like they're kicking you while you're down, but she's telling you, I see something better in you and you're not doing it. I see you as a leader and you're not being a leader right now. And then we're already looking at each other like, how can I lead if I've lost myself in that moment?
Boy, you were talking
Boy,
true,
you talking
boy.
now.
You talking true now.
So at the end of the day, it's, I already know I'm lost. I'm trying to get you on the boat with me. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a husband before. So it's to the point to where, most women be like, I want a man that can lead. I want a man that's not emotional, that can handle certain stuff. Yeah, we want to be that type. But your emotion, you still learn it.
Yeah.
No matter if you grew up with a man in the house or all women in the house, you're still going to learn and learn how to handle it. But once you get to that point to where you can handle your emotions, you may not even get the gratification of them saying that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when they see you grow, you be like, okay, I see you. Like, that would have, the old you, you would have spazzed out.
Yeah.
Well, crashed out.
Crashed
out. But the new you, that's the man I saw when I dated you back then. That's the man I see.
Yeah.
So it's not to the point to where they're doing it to kick you down. They're doing it to actually build you up. They just may not say it in the way that
you like it.
Okay. Yeah. I can accept that.
To where, you know what? You my king. You my dude. You my man. I need you to act like it. I see more better in you. I need you to do that.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Okay, what you feel about that, Maurice, on that little topic right there, discussion?
I mean, I've been in a lot of situations. Well, you know, like, I was talking to a girl one time, you know. Girl, we was cool, and mentally I wasn't in a good space, right? And I was trying to push myself to be the leader I'm supposed to be. Because I was raised, you're supposed to be a leader. You don't supposed to show emotions. So that's who I was. I wasn't gonna show emotions. But one day, this dude, he was talking crazy to me. I was like, what's up? So either I was gonna hurt her, she was like, don't do it, it's not working. I'm like, I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? When she said that, it clicked like, maybe I am going too far because she cared about me and what I'm about to do. Instead of what the consequences I was gonna do. So I didn't care. I go to jail. That's fine. I'll be back.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, nah, I can't do that. You gotta be. You say you want to be this type of man, then you have to do that. You gotta walk it, right? Because for me, I said, all right, I gotta start reading the Bible more to really understand the knowledge and wisdom that's in that Bible. Because if I don't, I'm just gonna crash out like I seen you like crash out, go to jail. Because he said something crazy and his girl's like, no, don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna sit here and do like he did. You know, I learned that lesson. I saw that lesson.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd rather just pray before anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I don't pray, that means I'm putting my own hands. My own hands is
It's not good.
There you
it's
go.
like I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I really feel about it.
Okay.
Man, that was actually, this was a good topic of discussion too, especially for a lot of men who are overly emotional. I know we're told we got to be that emotional rock to where it's either people can come lean on us or we're supposed to be able to stop these upcoming intrusive thoughts that's coming our ways. But it's like a lot of men do not have that tutelage, as you said. They do not have that tutelage.
The preparedness. So you can
Or they were not prepared growing up, and it's like a lot of men are really crashing out, losing their lives nowadays because they're just so ready and quick to just give it up. Or I'm ready to leap whenever. Hey, you leap. The minute you leap, I'm on it. I'm active. And I think it's right now we need kind of institutions. We need classes for this because a lot of men are just in we're already in a female-dominated kind of society, and a lot of men now, they are over emotional, or they're just moving on their emotions. Because the minute you say something, this, that, and the third, it's up. And because right now we need to be more together than ever, especially men. We need to back each other because ain't nobody backing us. Because if you see your boy about to, jump up, grab this nigga, or like, hey bro, we ain't got to do that right now. Or even you, if we could have got to you, like, hey man, like we gonna hold you, like, hey man, come talk to us right now, because it's not worth it. Because the minute you go down that, like you said, that rabbit hole, it can 5 years, 10 years. Because the only thing that would have happened was backlash on your significant other at that point. And you would have never wanted that. Or same goes for you. And if you would have got locked up, it'd be like, it is what it is at that point.
Remember when we said, whenever you make that decision and you find resolve in it, most times there's no going back.
Yeah, they're like, you have to have somebody around you that loves you enough to tell you the truth.
Yes.
And even on top of that, somebody that sees the light when you don't see it. You crashing out, you enraged, you feeling all the emotions that you're feeling.
Yeah.
You need somebody around you to be like, I get your feelings. I get how upset you are. I get all that. This is light is right here. You can't see, your eyes is dark. I need you to, we going this way. We're not going over there. I'm not disregarding any of your feelings. Have them. They're yours. But control them. But we still going this way. You have to have somebody around you that sees the light and loves you enough not to let you go down.
Yeah.
So,
if you got folks around you that let you crash, they shouldn't be around
they not your friends.
They should not
if
be
they
around
encourage it, they're not your friends.
They're not for you.
If they watch you crash, if they see you coming,
from Jump Street.
if they know it, they seen it, they sensed it, God told them, whatever you want to say about it. If they seen it and they allowed you to do it, they should not be near you.
They're not for you, bro.
They should not. Everyone needs someone in that group that's gonna be the ground thing to keep everyone sane. Okay? If they, I'm telling y'all keep hanging out with them if you want to.
Pay attention.
Keep hanging out with them if you want
Here we
to.
go.
Y'all got anything else that y'all want to get off y'all chest?
Nah, it was something that you said just to the point to where I think, like I said, have a group of people that you can call and just vent to.
Yeah.
And just be real with, number one.
Yeah.
Two, man, just taking the stigma off of going to therapy. And I think now, in this day and age, it's starting to live.
Yep.
But we still don't go.
Yeah.
So being able to talk with other men, especially grown men in that sense, to where, somebody who's been you know, I could say in the late 30s, 40s, 50s, that's been around for a little minute.
Yeah.
Said, you know what, like the guy you said, man, you couldn't find nothing else better than do to come back to
Yeah.
the job you got fired to. It's like,
It's crazy.
like,
I'm saying.
it's so much other stuff you can do, but finding that person or having that group of people to be like, you know what, that's not you. I know what you want to do in life. This ain't it. You're gonna mess up everything.
The road ends here.
And having that person, like I said, for me, it was my wife.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It was, you know what, she had to come to me and say, you know what, I understand why you was acting like that. I get it. But you will do away everything you don't work for one person. And what he said, I don't even know exactly what he said, but I know the scope of the conversation. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
But if she would have said go get him, I wouldn't be here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, it's to the point to where you gotta have someone that's gonna really have your back.
Yeah.
And it may, like I said, maybe your spouse, hopefully it is. Could be parents, could be siblings, friends, people you grew up with. But just somebody to wake you up at that moment and be like, hey, I know what you're feeling, but this ain't the smooth, this ain't smart. Like, hey, I understand, like I'll be pissed off too. But this ain't it. Like, you're gonna ruin everything. Like, it took you, what, 25, 26, 27 years to build where you're at right now, just to get to where you're at right now. And if you make that one split decision, you may do a bid. You come back home, you gotta start all the way back home.
You do.
But then you're gonna have
More work to do.
Yeah.
Imagine, and you know, YouTube, this has been a really good episode, so we're gonna kind of, you know, start getting it to the end. But imagine, you know, for all y'all young men out there, you know, really giving effort in life, pushing, whichever field you're in, however you're getting to the end, and y'all do 25 years of actually putting in effort, grinding, schooling, military, any form, shape, form, or fashion you took to get there, and one split decision, like he was saying, you know, sets all the 25 back. I mean, of course it can't literally, but you get the point I'm saying for the scope of it. And y'all really need to think about that. We do too sometimes when we find ourselves in these, you know, trying dilemmas, situations, you know, etc. Is it really worth it? All the effort that you put, all the tenacity, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the crying, the this and that. Is it really worth it in that one decision making of finding resolve in that decision to throw away everything you've done? You know, sometimes you got to get around the folks that, you know, that love you, see the best in you. They see it in everything, and you really got to just be like, hey, you know what, y'all got to learn how to start letting things go, because you don't want to set back all the effort that you put in. You know, you don't want to do that. And it's just crazy, you know?
That's
It's
real.
just crazy.
Because that's real.
Because so many do it. And
It's sad.
it is, because you see them and you know it and you hear their plight and what's going on and how they felt. And then, now look at them. You know, like that's...
Yeah. Sometimes I got a homeboy that I grew up with, Carol. And he said, man, you gotta change your perspective. Just laugh at him. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the situation. And I'm just saying, for me, in the situation that I've really been talking about during this session, I'm like, this nigga really tried me. Like,
That sounds like more the man side.
I had to really think about it. I was like, he talked all that mess on the phone, but face to face, he couldn't say more than 2 words.
Internet talking. That's
I was like, you just have to laugh and just realize, not only from that perspective, from the perspective of, you really trying to hit me with your best shot, and I'm still here.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't kill.
I'm still moving.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's next? What you got? Like,
Nothing.
nothing. And then,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you can't, I don't want to put in those terms, but you can't see me. Like, at the end of the day, I know God's going to protect me.
Yeah.
Right?
There
So
you go.
when I was telling you guys, I was hearing, okay, God's gonna take care of me. It's not even for my revenge, it's for the revenge of the boys, because they were innocent
Yes.
in that situation.
Yes.
So to me, it's just like, whatever I was gonna do to you, I go do much work, so let me kick back and be like,
there you go.
Okay, let
He
me
about to handle
let
it.
me see what my best life gonna look like.
There you
Let's
go.
see what life look like after I make these right decisions.
Yes.
From leaving this moment of anger, or leaving this emotional state. Let me see what I'm gonna look like in 6 months. Let me see what I'm gonna look like in a year.
There you
go.
Like in 2 years.
The growth.
And see that growth. And then, like I kind of said before, when your homeboy come to you or your wife or anybody that really got your corner, be like, I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
Like that. And when you see that, and that's something we had talked about, even coming from the spouse, that's everything.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's everything. Just her saying the right words. Like, I see you. Like, I see your growth. I see this. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes we think we're not moving.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like, man, you're not the same. You're not the same Vic from 2
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
You're not the same Vic from 4, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you different.
You're a
now.
new
Like,
creature.
Your energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to, man. When it comes down to just having mental stability, just having that balance, man.
Yes.
It's an everlasting journey.
Yeah.
Because the new plots, the new schemes are gonna come at you.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can learn the basics, or just be like, you know what? Life be life.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. There you go.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's all right. I can handle it. You know what? We're gonna handle it together. And especially if we got a team, be like, you know what? We're gonna handle it together. And then
Absolutely.
what we do, like I told my wife, I said, you know what? I don't even want physical revenge. I just want them when they see us and we up here and we blessed. And knowing that y'all said all that mess and talked all that noise, and you see you took your best shot and we still up and doing what
The
we
growth
Yeah.
speaks for it.
Yeah, the
It
growth
speaks for itself. It
It
speaks for
speaks.
itself. Yes.
So even when you see like that ex, or even when you see that guy that tried you, or you know whatever situation that you in, be like, oh man, like, why he got it and I don't? But you gotta realize, man, when you got faith, it's
different.
Woo! I can't touch
really
it.
different.
You ain't lying.
But you gotta be able to use it. You gotta be able to be obedient, because you may miss out on something.
Yeah.
Nah, I think that was a wonderful segment, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it too. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Keep following us. Vlog coming soon. Still
Facts.
check out.
Facts.
Hey, and this has been Many Reasons, and we out.